9 out of 10 drivers have no idea these driving hacks actually work. But here's the twist. Just one of these hacks could save you hundreds in unnecessary repairs, or even prevent a serious accident. Most likely, you've been ignoring these tricks your entire driving life. So before you go to the mechanic, here's 15 driving hacks that only the most experienced drivers know about. Don't skip. This could change the way you drive forever and save you money. Let's dive in. Hack number 15. Use your AC wisely to save fuel. You're blasting your air conditioning every single day without a second thought. But here's what most drivers don't realize. Running your AC at full power is quietly draining your fuel economy the entire time. The compressor puts extra load on your engine, and that means more gas burned just to keep you cool. The mechanic will never bring this up because it has nothing to do with their shop. But here's what experienced drivers actually do. At lower speeds, skip the AC entirely. Roll down the windows. The drag from open windows at city speeds is almost nothing compared to what the compressor eats. Now, once you hit highway speeds, around 45 to 50 mph and above, flip the AC on and roll the windows up. At that point, the wind resistance from open windows actually costs you more fuel than the compressor does. It's a simple switch that costs you nothing and can improve your fuel economy by 5 to 10% depending on your vehicle. What they don't tell you is that running the AC at full blast constantly also puts extra wear on your compressor over time. A compressor replacement can run $800 to $1,500. Using it smartly extends its life dramatically. And here's the kicker. Most drivers just leave the AC on all the time because it's comfortable. But that comfort is costing them at the pump every single week without them ever noticing. But saving fuel is only half the battle, because this next hack is about surviving the heat before you even start driving. Hack number 14, steering wheel trick in summer. You leave your car parked outside on a hot day. You come back a few hours later, hop in and reach for the steering wheel, and it burns your hands like you grabbed a pan off the stove. Here's the trick that experienced drivers swear by. Before you leave the car, turn the steering wheel 180 degrees. That's it. Just flip it halfway around before you walk away. The part you normally grip when you drive is now facing away from the sun. It stays in the shadow the entire time you're gone. When you come back, the section that was baking in direct sunlight is now on the opposite side. You grab the wheel and it's cool. It costs you exactly 2 seconds when you leave, and it saves you from that painful first grip every single time. What they don't tell you is that this also protects the leather or rubber on your wheel from UV damage over time. Steering wheels that get cooked in direct sun crack and wear out faster. This simple trick adds years to the life of your wheel. And here's the kicker. It's completely free. No products, no gadgets. Just a half turn before you walk away. Now here's one that's going to sound almost too simple to be real, but trust me on this one. Hack number 13, pencil graphite for a sticky car key. Your car key is sticking. You jam it into the ignition or the door lock and it grinds, catches, and barely turns. You're about to call a locksmith or head to the dealership. But here's what experienced drivers have been doing for years. Grab a regular pencil. The graphite core is a natural lubricant. Rub it directly along the entire length of your car key. Work it into every groove and cut on the blade. Now slide the key in and out of the lock a few times to work the graphite into the cylinder. That's it. The key should turn like brand new. A pencil costs less than $1 and can fix your key locks on multiple vehicles. No spray cans, no special tools, just graphite doing what it's been doing for centuries. What they don't tell you is that most key sticking problems aren't actually about the key. It's dirt, dust, and dried up old lubricant clogging the lock cylinder. Graphite cuts right through all of that. And here's the kicker. Locksmiths will charge you $50 to $150 for a service call to fix something you just solved with a pencil from your desk drawer. Keep one in your glove box at all times. This next hack is one that experienced drivers use every single morning without even thinking about it. Hack number 12, the gas gauge arrow trick. You're driving a rental car. You pull into a gas station, and then it hits you. Which side is the tank on? You crane your neck, squint at the mirrors, and look like you've never seen a car before in your life. Here's what experienced drivers already know. Look at your dashboard right next to the fuel gauge. There's a tiny arrow sitting next to the gas pump icon. If it points left, your tank is on the left. If it points right, your tank is on the right. That's it. No guessing. No embarrassing neck stretching. This little arrow has been hiding on dashboards since 1989, when a Ford designer actually invented it after getting soaked in the rain at a gas station because he picked the wrong side. It's been right in front of us the whole time. Most drivers have stared at it thousands of times and never once registered what it actually does. What they don't tell you is that there's no agreement among car manufacturers on which side the gas cap should be. So this arrow is the only reliable way to know on an unfamiliar car. And here's the kicker. Next time you're at a gas station in a rental and you nail the pump on your first try, every other driver there who had to shuffle and reposition their car is silently jealous of you. Now here's one that saves you from one of the most annoying problems in winter driving. Hack number 11. Defog your windshield the right way using your AC. It's a cold morning. You hop in your car and the windshield is completely fogged up. You can't see a thing. Most drivers crank the heat and wait. Here's what experienced drivers do instead. Turn your AC on. Yes, the air conditioning, not the heat. Here's why. AC pulls moisture out of the air inside your cabin. Fog is moisture, so the AC is actually the fastest way to eliminate it. Now here's the real pro move. Turn on both the heat and the AC at the same time. The heat warms the air hitting the glass from the inside, and the AC strips the moisture right out of it simultaneously. Your windshield clears in seconds instead of minutes. What they don't tell you is that most people think running the AC in cold weather is pointless or wasteful, but it's actually one of the most effective tools you have for visibility. And here's the kicker. Driving with a fogged up windshield is a safety hazard, and in some places it's actually a citable offense. Using your AC the smart way keeps you legal, keeps you visible, and gets you on the road faster every single morning. Before we get into the really sneaky ones, do me a favor, smash that like button. We spent days researching these tricks that experienced drivers keep to themselves, and your like helps us expose more of this stuff. Now let's keep going. Hack number 10, the locked ignition key trick. You get in your car, put the key in, and turn it. Nothing happens. The ignition is completely stuck and it won't budge no matter how hard you twist. Before you start panicking or calling a locksmith, here's what's actually going on. Your steering wheel is locked and it's putting pressure directly on the ignition cylinder. The fix is embarrassingly simple. While turning the key, wiggle the steering wheel left and right at the same time. The second the wheel releases its pressure, the ignition turns like normal. This happens because most drivers lean on the steering wheel when they get out of the car, which locks it in a loaded position. What they don't tell you is that this isn't a malfunction. It's the steering lock doing exactly what it's designed to do. It just didn't expect you to lean on it on your way out. And here's the kicker. A locksmith will charge you $50 to $100 for a service call to fix something you can solve in 2 seconds by wiggling your steering wheel. Keep this one in the back of your mind. It will happen to you eventually. This next hack turns you into your own mechanic without spending a dime on shop visits. Hack number 9. Diagnose your own car with an OBD scanner. Your check engine light comes on. The mechanic wants $50 to $120 just to run diagnostics before any actual repairs even start. But here's what they don't want you to know. Buy a $20 OBD2 scanner that plugs into your car's diagnostic port under the dash. Download a free app on your phone. Plug in the scanner, connect via Bluetooth, and instantly read the exact error codes causing your check engine light. The app tells you what the code means, how serious it is, and whether you need immediate repair or can wait. A $20 scanner lasts forever and works on every car made after 1996. You just eliminated diagnostic fees permanently. What they don't tell you is that knowledge is leverage. When you walk into a shop already knowing the code and the likely fix, they can't inflate the problem or charge you for unnecessary diagnostics. You're negotiating from a position of strength. And here's the kicker. Many error codes indicate minor issues that don't require immediate service or can be fixed with simple resets or basic DIY repairs. Mechanics make a fortune from customers who panic at a check engine light and agree to any diagnosis without questioning it. Your $20 scanner just made you an informed driver instead of an easy target. Now we're getting into the hacks that experienced drivers picked up over years behind the wheel. And this one is something you probably never expected to see on this list. Hack number 8. A bay leaf stops car sickness. You've got a long road trip ahead and you're already dreading it. Car sickness is the worst. Nothing ruins a drive faster than that queasy, nauseated feeling that hits you halfway through. Here's a trick that experienced drivers and long-haul travelers have been using for years. Put a bay leaf under your tongue. That's it. Bay leaves contain specific compounds that have a natural calming effect on your stomach and nervous system. The nausea backs off within minutes. A small bag of bay leaves costs about $2 at any grocery store and lasts for months. You might be surprised at how well this works. What they don't tell you is that bay leaves have been used as a natural remedy for motion sickness for centuries, long before anyone invented those patches and pills. And here's the kicker. Over-the-counter motion sickness pills make you drowsy. A bay leaf does the job without any side effects. No drowsiness, no fogginess, just a calm stomach and a clear head for the rest of your drive. Here's one that separates the drivers who handle bad road conditions from the ones who spin out. Hack number 7. Control understeering and oversteering. You're driving on a wet or icy road and suddenly your car starts sliding. Here's what most drivers do. They panic, slam the brakes, and make everything worse. Experienced drivers know exactly what's happening and exactly how to fix it. When the front tires lose traction while turning, that's understeering. Your car pushes wide instead of turning where you want. When the rear tires lose traction, that's oversteering. The back end swings out. The fix for both is the same. Don't accelerate too hard. Don't slam the brakes. And here's the critical part that most drivers get completely wrong. Never release the gas or brake pedals too quickly. A sudden change in input shocks the tires and makes the slide worse. Moderate, steady inputs keep your tires in contact with the road. What they don't tell you is that understanding the difference between these two types of slides is exactly what separates a confident driver from a dangerous one. And here's the kicker. Most accidents on wet or icy roads don't happen because of speed alone. They happen because the driver reacted wrong in the moment. Knowing how to handle a slide means you stay in control when everyone else is losing it. The best part is you can actually practice this. Find an empty parking lot after a rainstorm. Get a feel for how your specific car reacts when the tires start to lose grip. Once you've done it even once in a controlled setting, your muscle memory kicks in when it counts for real. Now here's one that's going to change how you think about parking forever. Hack number 6. Back up before you turn the steering wheel. You're backing out of a parking spot squeezed between two cars. Tight fit, no room for error. And here's the mistake that almost every driver makes. They start turning the steering wheel immediately as soon as they begin reversing, and then they clip one of the cars next to them. Here's what experienced drivers do instead. Back up straight first. Don't touch the steering wheel at all. Get as far out of the spot as you can before you even think about turning. The closer the cars are on either side, the further you need to back up before turning. Ideally, you want to clear the parking spot completely before you start steering. What they don't tell you is that this isn't just about avoiding a fender bender. It's about understanding how the geometry of your car works in reverse. The rear end swings wide when you turn. If you start turning too early, the back corner of your car catches whatever is next to you. And here's the kicker. This is one of the most common causes of parking lot damage claims. Insurance companies know it. Experienced drivers know it. Now you know it too. Think of it this way. The back of your car swings in the opposite direction of where you're turning. So the tighter the spot, the more straight line clearance you need before you even think about steering. Give yourself that room and you'll never clip another bumper in a parking lot again. Here's one that helps you read unfamiliar streets like a pro without a single sign telling you what to do. Hack number 5. Read one-way streets using the signs on the other side. You're driving down a road you've never been on before. No lane markings, no arrows on the ground, and you genuinely have no idea if this is a one-way street or two-way traffic. Here's the trick. Look at the street signs on the other side of the road. If you can see the back of them, you're on a two-way street. Those signs are facing the drivers coming from the opposite direction. If you see the front of the signs, you're on a one-way street. Those signs are already facing your direction of travel. Same trick works with stop signs at intersections. If you can see the back of a stop sign across the intersection, there's a good chance you have one on your side too, even if a bush or a truck is blocking your view. What they don't tell you is that this is one of those read-the-road skills that experienced drivers develop over years of driving in unfamiliar areas. And here's the kicker. Pulling out onto a two-way street thinking it's one way is one of the most dangerous mistakes you can make. This trick could literally save your life, and once you start using it, you'll be amazed how often it comes up. Narrow side streets, unfamiliar neighborhoods, even back roads on road trips. It becomes second nature in no time. You're basically reading the road like a book. Now here's a hack that keeps your stuff safe and your eyes on the road at the same time. Hack number 4. Use the sun visor as a holder for everything. Your sunglasses end up somewhere different every single time you drive. Sometimes on the dash, sometimes in the center console. Sometimes you're hunting for them while the sun is blinding you. Here's what experienced drivers figured out a long time ago. The sun visor is the perfect holder. Clip your sunglasses right onto it. They stay up there, they stay safe, and they're right where you need them the second the sun gets in your eyes. But here's the bonus. That same visor holds your parking ticket when you're in a garage, your business card if you need it at a drive-through, even a note to yourself. It's basically a free organizer that's been sitting right above your head the entire time. What they don't tell you is that loose items in your cabin are a distraction. Every time you have to hunt for your sunglasses while driving, you're taking your eyes off the road. And here's the kicker. It costs you nothing. No organizer, no extra storage, just a visor and a little habit change. And here's the thing. Once you start clipping your sunglasses up there every single time you get out of the car, you'll never waste 30 seconds hunting for them again. It's one of those tiny habits that adds up over thousands of drives. Small change, zero effort, huge difference. Now here's one that makes parallel parking look less like a nightmare and more like something you can actually nail every single time. Hack number 3. Master parallel parking with visual reference points. Parallel parking terrifies most drivers, even experienced ones. But here's the thing. The drivers who make it look effortless aren't just naturally talented. They use reference points. Before you even attempt the maneuver, find a visual marker, a crack in the curb, a shadow on the ground, a line on the building next to you. Use that as your guide for when to start turning. Practice this in an empty parking lot first. Line up next to a parked car. Find your reference point, then run through the moves. Pull up even with the front car, turn the wheel all the way, reverse until your car lines up with the reference point. Straighten out. What they don't tell you is that parallel parking isn't about feel. It's about repeatable visual cues. Once you lock in your reference points, you can nail it in any car, any spot, any time. And here's the kicker. The drivers who struggle with parallel parking every single time are the ones trying to do it by instinct. The ones who nail it every time are the ones who trained their eyes to guide them. So here's what you do. Next weekend, find an empty street with parked cars. Spend 15 minutes running through it over and over, same spot, same reference points, same moves. After about 10 tries, your body starts doing it automatically. And the next time you need to parallel park in the real world, it won't even feel like a big deal anymore. This next hack is something that keeps you sharp when the road gets long and boring. Hack number 2. Use a lemon to fight drowsy driving. Long drive, boring highway, and your eyelids are getting heavy. Here's something experienced long-haul drivers swear by. Cut a small piece of lemon and put it under your tongue. The citrus compounds hit your nervous system almost instantly and snap you back to alertness. It works like a natural caffeine kick without the crash afterward. No coffee required. No energy drink jitters. Just a piece of lemon and suddenly you feel awake again. A single lemon costs about $1 and can keep you alert for a solid stretch of driving. What they don't tell you is that drowsy driving is responsible for thousands of accidents every single year. It's one of the most underestimated dangers on the road. And here's the kicker. This isn't a replacement for actual rest. If you're genuinely exhausted, pull over and sleep. But for that mid-afternoon slump on a long drive when you're not dangerously tired, but you're definitely not as sharp as you should be, a lemon does the job fast and clean. The warning signs are easy to miss when they're happening to you. Your lane drifts, your reaction time slows down, you zone out for seconds at a time without realizing it. If any of that sounds familiar on your long drives, keep a lemon in the center console. It's a $1 fix for a problem that kills people every single year. You should definitely pay close attention to this last one, because this hack is something experienced drivers actually train for that most people have never even practiced. Hack number 1, the handbrake turn. This one sounds like something straight out of an action movie. But it's a real technique that experienced drivers and professional racers have been using for decades. And in the right situation, it could save your life. Here's how it works. When you need to make a sharp, fast turn and normal steering isn't going to cut it, you lock up the rear wheels using the handbrake while simultaneously turning the wheel in the direction you want to go. The rear end swings out, the car rotates, and you point it exactly where you need to be. Now here's the important part. This technique requires practice. Do not try this on dry asphalt for the first time in traffic. Practice it in an empty parking lot on a slick surface first. Get a feel for how your specific car reacts. What they don't tell you is that this isn't just a show-off move. In an emergency, like an animal jumping into the road or a sudden obstacle, the ability to rotate your car quickly can mean the difference between a near miss and a serious collision. And here's the kicker. Most drivers have never practiced any kind of emergency maneuver at all. They just hope it never happens. Experienced drivers don't leave it to hope. They train for it. And now you know exactly what that training looks like. How many of these hacks did you already know? Drop a comment and tell me which one blew your mind the most. If this video just changed the way you drive, hit that subscribe button for more driving tricks that experienced drivers keep to themselves. Your next drive starts now. Click this video right here. Trust me, you're going to want to see what's next.